The American Film Institute has named him the fourth greatest male star of all time, and Marlon Brando's performances in films like A Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront and The Godfather have cemented his image as the tough nut with a soft heart. Brando's blend of strength and vulnerability led him to be given a screen test for the lead role in Rebel Without a Cause. The part ended up going to James Dean. However, in reality, it was Brando who led the troubled life of a rebel.
Your mother was worried about you.
Held back a year at high school, he had eventually been expelled. At the age of 16, he was sent to military school where he was put on probation for talking back to an officer. He became a hero for post-war teenagers as a motorcycle rebel in The Wild One in 1951. But his passion for political issues and his famous perfectionism led to problems on the set of many of his later films. During filming of the 1962 remake of Mutiny on the Bounty, he was blamed for budget blowouts and a change of director halfway through the production. By 1972, his reputation for being demanding and temperamental was so cast in iron that Francis Ford Coppola had to beg Paramount to allow him to cast him as Vito Corleone. When he was awarded a Best Actor Oscar for the role, he turned it down in protest against the depiction of Native Americans by Hollywood and television. The next year, Brando, who'd become known as much for his civil rights activities as his acting, reportedly broke the jaw of a photographer who got too close. But one of the most controversial episodes of Marlon Brando's life was played out amongst his children. In 1990, when Brando's oldest son, Christian, confessed to the voluntary manslaughter of his sister Cheyenne's partner, Brando ended up blaming himself. But the tragedy deepened 5 years later when Cheyenne committed suicide by hanging herself at the age of 25. On July 1st, 2004, Marlon Brando died at the age of 80 of respiratory failure. Some of his ashes were scattered in his beloved Tahiti, while the rest were sprinkled in Death Valley.